All right. All right. Well, we're going to get started here today. Again, welcome to our webinar and on the advantages of the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program for contractors. Thank you for taking this time out of your busy schedule to join us today. We're excited to introduce this initiative to you, and we hope that you take advantage of this unique opportunity. In this webinar, you're going to learn how to earn bid credits to strengthen your bid for future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. You're also going to learn how to access the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program talent pipeline of qualified graduates. And you're going to learn how to network with other contractors, subcontractors through the Illinois Works Bid Credit Contractor Registry. This webinar was designed specifically for contractors, subcontractors, business owners, and other organizations that represent or support contractors and subcontractors. And by the end of this session, you'll be able to join the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program. So we have a couple facilitators for today. My name again is Jeff Doolittle, Dr. Jeff Doolittle, and I am with the Center for Government Studies through Northern Illinois University, and a training analyst and program coach with the Illinois Works program. And joining me today and leading the bulk of our presentation is going to be Rebecca Bailey. Go ahead and come offline, off mute, Rebecca. And she's the Senior Bid Credit Program Manager.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca Bailey. You can call me Becky. Generally in this setting, I use Rebecca as it is my official email address for the state of Illinois. I've been in the construction industry for over 20 years, and I've been on both sides of the desk. I enjoy spending the morning with you and introducing you to the Bid Credit Program, as I am the Senior Bid Credit Program Manager, as Jeff mentioned, and currently I am the only member of the Bid Credit Program team.
And we are glad you're here today, Becky. So we're looking forward to this and what you have to tell us about the Bid Credit Program. All right. Well, Illinois Works is a program, its programs were created as a result of Governor Pritzker's historic $45 billion capital campaign and his commitment to expanding the construction workforce and equity in this important sector of the Illinois economy. The Bid Credit Program is a part of the Office of Illinois Works, administered by the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. And this exciting initiative creates opportunities for Illinois businesses like many of yours. And during this session, you're going to learn how. So you can earn the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program will allow you to earn up to $334,000 in bid credits of virtual dollars per Illinois Works graduate you hire and retrain and retain. The above dollar amount is based on the proposed earning rate for an electrician for the full 6 years of bid credit program eligibility. The wages were calculated based on Northern Electrical Contractors Association contract with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Contractors in Northern Illinois. So these are not 334 actual dollars, we want you to understand, but they are virtual dollars as specified in the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act, which is the law that actually created this program. In this webinar, we're going to talk more about these virtual dollars and how they can help you win bids for state-funded capital projects. But please note, during this webinar, materials reflect draft proposals that are not effective until the department adopts them in administrative rules. You can earn bid credits once the rules are approved. So today we're going to answer the following questions. How did Illinois Works come about? What is the bid credit program? What are the eligibility criteria? How can you earn bid credits? How can bid credits help you win a bid? How do you access bid credits and use them for bidding? How can you network with other contractors and subcontractors? What happens if you win or lose the bid? Is this another crazy bureaucratic program? And what's the catch? So using the chat, please provide an answer to the following questions that'll be answered at the end of our webinar today. And you'll also have periodic through the sections chances to ask questions. But go ahead, if you have additional questions, go ahead and drop those in the chat. And we'll be reviewing those and be very careful to acknowledge those during the session and try to get to those at the end of the session as well. Again, any content that's not covered today, or we're not able, do not answer this or get to what you were looking for intended, the Illinois Works Contractor Resource page on the DCEO website will be available where you can find information about the Illinois Works programs. And the Bid Credit Program email address is going to be provided in just a few minutes, and you can request more information and ask any questions that you may want to ask offline or one-to-one. You can do that through the email address there as well that'll be posted. Please note that this session is being recorded and will be made available for review on the partner guide. Also, during this webinar, again, materials reflect draft proposals that are not effective until the department adopts them into administrative rules. Again, we're sharing a partner guide link in the chat to help you get access to today's recording, and you can take advantage of at a later date. Again, if you need to connect with comments, feedback, or questions, we'd like to hear from you. So you can email us. Our email address is now available in the chat and on the slide here. And again, just want you to know that you're going to have several opportunities to ask questions. We want to provide multiple pathways for you to get those answers, and you'll have it at the end of each section and again at the end of the webinar today. And at this point, I am going to turn this over to Rebecca, and she is going to start answering question number 1 with how did the Illinois Works come about?
Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. So how did Illinois Works come about? The Illinois Works Job Program Act was passed in 2019 and instituted the program that we will be discussing today, Rebuild Illinois. Rebuild Illinois equals construction projects and jobs. The Illinois Works Jobs Program Act created a new bureau at DCEO that is dedicated to the construction industry and the building trades. The Illinois Works team is focused on developing a qualified talent pipeline to help ensure a long-term sustainability in Illinois. Illinois Works is a team of passionate and committed individuals with specific expertise in creating opportunities for qualified community members to earn credentials valuable to the construction and the building trades. Through the Illinois Works Career Services team, those individuals can be connected to hiring contractors and subcontractors. Illinois Works programs are implemented by the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, or DCEO. Illinois Works is aligned with DCEO's mission to support and maintain a climate that enables a strong economy for their customers, being taxpayers, businesses, workers, and communities, by keeping, attracting, and growing businesses, maintaining a skilled workforce, and enhancing communities so that the climate here is one in which businesses, both small and large, and their workers can succeed to the greatest extent possible. To learn more about DCEO, the website link is now being provided for you in the chat. You can also find additional information about all the Illinois Works programs, which are specifically designed to help support construction and the trades, on the Illinois Works Contractor Resources page. The Illinois Works Contractors Resources page answers the following questions. Do you want to earn bid credits to make your bids more competitive? Do you need help to strengthen your business's talent pipeline? Do you need to comply with the Illinois Works Jobs Program Act? A link to the Illinois Works Contractors Resources page is now being provided for you in the chat. In addition to the Illinois Works Contractors Resources page, You will also have access to the Bid Credit newsletter. Once you register for the Illinois Works Bid Credit program, you will automatically be subscribed to the Bid Credit monthly newsletter. The Bid Credit monthly newsletter provides announcements, the upcoming training schedule, graduate profiles, and participating contractor profiles, among other announcements. The registration form to sign up for the Illinois Works Bid Credit program is now being provided for you in the chat. The Office of the Illinois Works oversees 3 different programs that focus on equity and to support a talent pipeline for the construction industry and the building trades. Each program represents a critical piece to a puzzle that creates a unique and innovative workforce model. Let us review each of the 3 key programs. First, the Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates the job demand. This program opens doors of opportunity in the construction industry and the building trades for Illinois residents. Second, the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program creates a pipeline of diversity and qualified candidates to respond to the created demand to fill job opportunities with diverse candidates. Third, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship graduates. All of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction industry and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with constructions and the building trades throughout the Illinois Works Career Services team. Are there any questions before we proceed to the next section? If so, please feel free to post those questions in the chat.
No questions in the chat.
Wonderful. Question 2. What is the Bid Credit Program? The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program provides incentives to contractors to hire and retain Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program graduates. These graduates are from a diverse pool of candidates who create a highly qualified talent pipeline. Employment and retention of these graduates allow contractors to earn bid credits to use on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. Please keep in mind that Illinois not only funds large road and bridge projects, but most importantly, small and medium projects, many between $500,000 and $1.5 million to build community centers, schools and college facilities, community clinics, sewer and water systems, and public libraries, just to mention a few. The key aspects of the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program are that bid credits can be earned on any project, public or private, but can only be redeemed to bid on future state-funded capital construction projects. Illinois Works Bid Credit Program allows contractors and subcontractors to earn bid credits to use towards future bids for capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois or an agency of the state. Bid credits can be earned for employing qualified apprentices who have completed the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program on any project that they are employed, public or private. DCEO will determine the bid credit rate per trade annually, and the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank has been established and is being administered by DCEO, which is a platform that will track all bid credit bank activities, which has been focused to make the experience for contractors seamless and using the latest technology. Please note the bid credit earning rate will be determined annually, and the current rate and incentives will be published on the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program webpage once the rules have been approved. A link to the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program webpage is being provided for you in the chat. Please note, to better understand how this works, we will take a look at an example. Please note this is a hypothetical example. as the rules have not yet been approved. But this is an example of how many bid credits you could earn on a single graduate. Step 1, you would hire a graduate. You would earn bid credits for every wage dollar that you paid the qualified graduate for every hour that they worked. You would submit the documentation of the payroll that you paid them. You would retain the graduate for 90 days to earn the $3,000 hiring incentive. You would submit the documentation requesting the hiring incentive bid credits. Once the verification of the bid credits was confirmed, the bid credit incentive would be deposited into your account. Annually, the promotion incentive could be obtained for the graduate on years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 as they were promoted from apprentice year 1 to apprentice year 2, from apprentice year 2 to apprentice year 3, from apprentice year 3 to apprentice year 4. Clear until they were promoted to a journey person, making that single graduate eligible for their employer to earn up to $334,000 worth of bid credits from the day they were hired until the day they became a journey person. Please note that this example is based on the hourly rate for an IBEW apprentice working for a labor union 364. This is their wage scale that increases with promotion each year from year 1 to year 6, starting at $21.60 per hour and ending at $48.60 per hour at year 6. Apprentices are eligible to earn from year 1 until up to 6 years or until they become a journey person. I also would like to point out that you will see all transactions that are executed in your bid credit bank account in real time, as your bid credit bank account functions just like a regular bank account. Your Illinois Works bid credit bank account, again, will function just like a regular bank account. And once you are enrolled in the bid credit program, you will receive regular communications from the Illinois Works team regarding your bid credit account. Each time there is a transaction, participating contractors and subcontractors will receive an automatic email confirming all transactions. This email will include the amount of the bid credits awarded, the date of the award, the date the bid credits will expire. The certificate will include the issue and expiration date of the certificate for redemption and the amount of the bid credits used on the certificate. Please note that when bid credits are returned to your bank for an expired certificate or due to an excess, you will not receive a confirmation, but you will be able to review this information in your bank account. This will allow all participating contractors and subcontractors to track all transactions in your account. You will also be able to see all bid credit requests received on your bid credit apprentice reports and all withdrawals made on your bid credit certificate requests on your bid credit certificate request forms in real time. The Illinois Works bid credit bank account allows contractors to have access to your account to review all pending and approved transactions at any time in your dashboard, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The newest transactions in your account will be published at the bottom of your bank account with the newest balance on the right-hand side of your last transaction. Your bank account will show all bid credit transactions, both your deposited amounts, your awards, your deducted amounts, your redeemed bid credits, and any adjustment amounts for return transactions. Are there any questions at this time about the bid credit bank account? If so, please post your questions in the chat.
There are no questions so far. Oh, here we go. What factors will DCEO consider when it determines the rate per trade for a given year? Becky, can you hear?
Yeah, I can. Can you get their information so that I can talk to them personally?
Sure. Will do. And then someone else is asking, contractors must hire pre-apprentices, then sponsor into an apprentice program to receive credit? We're asking about
Contractor.
the order. Yeah.
Contract.
Do contract, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So contractors must hire a Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program graduate, and that graduate must be part of a Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program, or you must sponsor them into a Department of Labor pre-apprenticeship program to earn bid credits on them, correct?
No more questions in the chat.
Okay. Then we will proceed to question 3. What is the eligibility criteria? Contractors and subcontractors may participate in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program by registering with the program using the contractor registration form provided by Illinois Works. Please note, in order to participate, the contractor must do business in the state of Illinois, complete the contractor registration form, and hire an Illinois Works graduate who is enrolled, or they must sponsor them into a DOL RAP. Now, please note that a contractor or subcontractor who has been awarded bid credits under any other state program for employing apprentices who have completed the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program are not eligible to earn bid credits under the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program related to the same contract. For more information about eligibility, a general overview, and a quick reference on the bid credit program is available in a one-sheeter. It provides a general summary of the main program information, and a link to the one-sheeter is now being provided for you in the chat. To become a part of the bid credit program and to earn bid credits to be used to bid future state-funded capital projects, you are required to complete the contractor registration form. You are requested to enter your information, and once approved, you will be assigned a bid credit bank account number and be given access to your contractor's dashboard. And here you can see all the transactions in your bid credit bank account. If you have any questions about how to complete your contractor registration form, please post them in the chat. Please note, you should register your account with your full company name. The primary email address should be a generic one in which multiple people in your company have access to. Your FEIN number should be entered without the dashes, and you should list all construction trades in which you work. Your company name, the FEIN number, your bid credit account number in which you are assigned should all be submitted in the same format for all forms in which you submit for all future documentation. A link to the customer registration form is now being shared in the chat. In addition to the bid credit program newsletter we discussed earlier, the bid credit program one-sheeter, the bid credit program webpage, and the Illinois Works bid credit program will also provide the following monthly training sessions: the advantages of the Illinois Works bid credit program for contractors, the informational session that we are currently in, the effectively using the bid credit program for contractor staff, the instructional session, the bid credit responsibilities for awarding agencies, for funding and awarding agency staff, for the Links for the upcoming virtual trainings will now be posted in the chat. For current information on session trainings, reference the links that are provided for you in the chat for the upcoming dates, times, and registrations. Please note that effectively using the Bid Credit Program registration for contractors staff has been canceled for next week, but will be available soon. Before we proceed to the next section, do we have any questions? If so, please post those in the chat.
I don't see any in the chat.
Okay, we'll proceed to question 4. How can you earn bid credits? The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program allows you to earn bid credits on any project, public or private, for use towards future bids in order to increase the chances of a contractor and or subcontractor to win the bid. The bid credits can only be used to bid on capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois. Contractors and subcontractors may be eligible to earn bid credits by employing qualified apprentices. What is a qualified apprentice? A qualified apprentice has graduated from the Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program, is actively enrolled in a United States Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program in the construction trades or construction professional services, and is 6 years or less from the date of graduate first enrolled in the USDOL registered apprenticeship program. Please note, if your graduate is not enrolled in a USDOL RAP, then you can sponsor them. By January 1 of each calendar year, the Illinois Works Bid Credit Program will publish on its webpage a list of all construction trades and construction professional services which are eligible for bid credits. The bid credit earning rate will be reevaluated and published on the webpage annually. Please note all labor classifications or prevailing wage trade titles will be eligible for bid credit earnings. Contractors and subcontractors who employ a qualified apprentice will need to submit a bid credit apprentice report to Illinois Works by the 15th of each month for work that was performed by a qualified apprentice. How does this work? If the apprentice worked on a state-funded capital project, the Illinois Works team will access the certified payroll submitted to IDOL for your qualified apprentice for verification in order to award bid credits. If it is not a state-funded public works project, you will need to provide Illinois Works with your certified payroll for the qualified apprentice for verification in order to be awarded bid credits. Bid credits will only be processed for work performed no more than 3 months prior to the request being submitted to Illinois Works. Requests for bid credit incentives for hiring and retaining are required within 90 days of the hiring date for hiring incentives and promotion date for retention for promotion incentives. The incentives are based on the apprentice's promotion to the next apprentice year. For example, promotion of a year 1 apprentice to a year 2 apprentice. This is not an employment anniversary, but a promotion anniversary for the apprentice. Once the bid credit apprentice report has been processed, the Illinois Works team will notify you of the total number of bid credits awarded and deposited into your bid credit bank account, the date in which those bid credits are redeemed earned, and the date in which the bid credits will expire. You can access your bank account to see all the transactions using your Contractors dashboard link that was provided to you when you first joined the program. Please note that your bid credits will expire 10 years after the date in which they were earned, and that expired bid credits will be debited from your contractor's account within 5 days after the expiration date. Illinois Works will process bid credit requests for work performed no more than 3 months prior to being submitted, as long as there are no extenuating circumstances, such as the apprentice submitted is not an Illinois Works graduate, and Illinois Works graduate is already a journey person, or no certified payroll is available, amongst others. Following a request submission, Illinois Works will send an email notification of the status of the request. The statuses are defined as approved, reviewed, more information needed, or declined. Contractors can see their own bid credits on their contractor dashboard, and they can also view all Illinois Works Bid Credit Program registered contractors in the Bid Credit Registry. On a monthly basis, the Illinois Works will publish a registry on its webpage of all active Bid Credit Program contractors and subcontractors, as well as the amount of available bid credits each of them have. This resource is important because it allows you to see who has earned bid credits so that you can pool credits with other contractors or subcontractors to make future bids for state-funded capital construction projects more competitive. Please note that a link to the DCEO webpage is being shared in the chat, and this is where you will find the future contractors registry. Bid credit rates. Here you can see the bid credit incentive rates for 2024. These are the current incentive rates for 2024. Currently, there's $3,000 hiring incentive to be claimed after 90 days continuous employment, a $2,000 incentive to be claimed at promotion from a year 1 apprentice to year 2, a $2,500 incentive to be hired at promotion from a year 2 to year 3 apprentice, $3,000 from a year 3 to year 4, $3,500 from a year 4 to year 5, $4,000 from a year 5 to year 6, $4,500 from a year 6 to a journey person. Each apprentice has the ability to earn bid credits from up to 6 years or until they become a journey person. Do we have any questions before we proceed to the next section? So
we do have some questions
okay.
in the chat.
Okay.
One is, are there any credits or benefits for apprenticeships or trade schools taking in Illinois Works pre-apprentices?
Okay, so are there I'm not sure what do you mean about what do they
And
mean?
if I may, yeah, Jeff's asking, do apprenticeships, right? And Jeff, maybe you can clarify in the chat if you're talking about apprenticeship programs, taking in Illinois Works pre-apprentices.
Yeah, that
So
might
that's
be.
not a question strictly about the bid credit program. Here, Jeff's saying, rewording. Can an apprenticeship program partner with you? And what I will say, Jeff, and I'm Anna, I work with the pre-apprenticeship program. So yes, we would love for you to partner with us. There are ways for to create those linkages so that you can have pre-apprenticeship. And I'm sorry, I am misspeaking. I am being informed that I am misspeaking, so I'm just going to say no. Forgive me. Let me say Jake is asking, he works with an audio video integration company. Would we fall under that construction umbrella?
You would if they're working under prevailing wage labor classification trade.
Thank you. One more, the Bid Credit Apprentice Program. The Smart Sheet is not working from your site. Becky, is that something that will be up and running soon?
That's correct. It has been taken down until the rules have been finalized. So we hope that it will be up soon, but it has been taken down intentionally until the rules have been finalized.
Another question, is a letter from the union required to earn these credits when an apprentice goes to the next level?
Yes, there has to be some kind of official promotion level. There has to be some kind of official promotion letter, yes, to get that promotion incentive.
That is the final question.
Okay. We will proceed then with question 5. How can bid credits help you win a bid? Bid credits are virtual dollars, so think of them like credit card reward points. If a contractor or subcontractor earns a bid credit, it means that the virtual dollar earned can be used to bid on a state-funded capital construction project. Virtual dollars remain as such and are never converted into real dollars. Bid credits can be earned on any project, public or private, but can only be used for bids on capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois. The programs offered the opportunity for contractors to earn bid credits by hiring and retaining Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship program graduates. Once earned, contractors can submit bid credits as part of competitive bids for future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. So how can a bid credit impact your bid? Your base bid is the value of your bid before any available credits are applied. Once bid credits are applied to your base bid, the lowest effective bid is calculated. The lowest effective bid is the value of the base bid minus available bid credits. The awarding agency is required to use this value to determine, among other considerations, which bidding party will prevail in securing a contract for a construction capital project funded by the state of Illinois. In short, the contractor with the lowest effective bid should, unless there are other circumstances that prevent it, be offered the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder, and thus earn the contract. The contractor can at that point decide if they want to accept the project at that price or not. This is where bid credits can strengthen your position. Let's look at an example. Who would win the bid? If the qualified contractor or subcontractor's bid, including their submitted bid credits, is lower than the bid's lowest responsible bidder, the qualified contractor or subcontractor wins the bid. They will get paid the amount of the lowest responsible bid. Please note, they will not get their original bid amount before applying the bid credits. They will get the lowest cash bid received. So for the example above, the capital construction project with the estimated total project cost of $1 million will have a 3% bid credit maximum or a $30,000 bid credit maximum. This project has 3 bidders, ABC, DEF, and GHI. These contractors bid the following. ABC bids $1 million total bid with $15,000 worth of bid credits for a lowest effective bid of $985,000. DEF bids $1,250,000 total bid with 0 bid credits for a lowest effective bid of $1,250,000. GHI bids $990,000 total bid with 0 bid credits for a total effective bid of $990,000. In the traditional setting, GHI would be the winner with the lowest bid of $990,000. However, since ABC submitted $15,000 of bid credits, lowering their bid to the lowest effective bid of $985,000, they will be offered the contract at $990,000. They will need to beat GHI by $1, making their bid $989,000. They will need to use $10,001 worth of bid credits of their submitted $15,000 to get the contract. Of their submitted $15,000 worth of bid credits, they will use $10,001, and the other $4,999 will be returned to their bid credit bank. If ABC decides they cannot take this contract at the $990,000 price, they will be returned their full $15,000 worth of bid credits and will pass on the contract. If they choose to take the contract at the $990,000 price, then their bid credits, their $10,001 worth of bid credits, will be cashed out. Their $4,999 will be returned to equal their $15,000 worth of bid credits that were used. And they will receive the contract at the $990,000. The maximum amount of bid credits that may be used for a specific project when bidding on a public works project are as follows. 3% of the total project cost for projects less 3% of the total project cost for projects less than $5 million. 4% of the total project cost for projects less than $50 million, but more than $5 million. And 5% of the total project cost for projects more than $50 million. Are there any questions before we proceed to the next section? If so, please post those to the chat.
None in the chat. You know what? I do want to come back to that. Oh, hold on. No, I asked that one already. Sorry. I just want to go back to the previous question since I had mistakenly spoken. And Jeff Baker had asked, can an apprenticeship program partner with you? And I just want to let you respond, Becky, with the appropriate answer.
Okay. And what was the question?
Can an apprenticeship program partner with you?
They can't partner with the bid credit program, no.
They were asking previously if they could partner with, I believe, the pre-apprenticeship program.
They can partner with the pre-apprenticeship program, and that is a different program in Illinois Works. But if you want to reach out with me, I'd be glad to put you in touch with the pre-apprenticeship program.
Thank you, Becky. No more questions in the chat.
Okay. We will proceed to question 6. How do you access bid credits to use them for bidding? Your bid credits will be maintained in the Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Bank is an electronic system that Illinois Works uses to track all participating contractors and subcontractors and their bid credits and the bid credit transactions. Each contractor or subcontractor that participates in the bid credit program will have a bid credit bank account that tracks their bid credits and their bid credit transactions. Illinois Works will process bid credit requests for work performed no more than 3 months prior to submittal. Contractors and subcontractors who seek bid credit incentives for hiring or retaining an Illinois Works graduate must submit a bid credit apprentice report no more than 90 days after the qualified apprentice's hiring date or promotion date. Each month, Illinois Works will publish on its webpage an updated registry of the active bid credit programs, contractors and subcontractors, as well as the amount of available bid credits as of the last day of the preceding month. For example, April's registry will have the balance as of 3/31. Bid credits will expire 10 years after the date they are earned by the contractor or subcontractor. So expiring bid credits will be debited from the contractor or subcontractor's account. Once you have employed an Illinois Works graduate, you can request two different types of bid credits, payroll and incentive bid credits for the same graduate you employ. This is accomplished by submitting a bid credit apprentice report. And this request has been streamlined to utilize the information that you already report. The bid credits apprentice report must be fully completed with the following information. The graduate or apprentice's information will require their name, the IWRS graduate ID, which is their 6-digit graduate ID number given to them by the pre-apprenticeship program, the last 4 digits of their social security number, their apprenticeship information, which is their DOL RAP program information, the program name, and the apprenticeship year in which they're in, their employment information, which is their wage classification and their employment type, their payroll information, which includes the project information and the payroll information, including the payroll dates and their gross wages, the incentive information in which you're requesting, so the hire date, their acceptance letter, or their promotion letter from their apprenticeship program. Again, I know some of you have asked about the apprenticeship report. The report is currently down right now. It will be put back live as soon as the rules have been approved, and you will at that time be able to start requesting and be awarded bid credits. Again, how can you request a bid credit certificate? Once you have earned bid credits, you can request to use them. In order to use your earned bid credits, you can request a bid credit certificate to use to bid for a state-funded capital construction project. You can request a bid credit certificate to use to bid on a specific project by requesting a bid credit certificate. A bid credit certificate will be immediately issued when it identifies, and it will identify the amount of available bid credits that the contractor or subcontractor intends to use for a project. The bid credit certificate may only be used in connection with the bid for a specific project in which it is requested. The bid credits requested by the contractor or subcontractor for the bid credit certificate will be placed on hold in your bank account until the bid has been awarded and the award status has been updated by both the contractor and verified by the awarding agency, or the certificate expires. Please note that the same bid credits cannot be used for more than one bid at a time, and that bid credit certificates will expire after 90 days unless the contractor or subcontractor requests an extension from the Illinois Works team for them. To access the bid credit certificate request, a link is now being provided for you in the chat. Effective in 2024, all invitation for bids for capital construction projects funded by the state of Illinois will include the acceptance of Illinois Works bid credits. This applies to all state agencies, state grantees, and state loan recipients. This acceptance will follow the maximum allowable percentages based on the dollar amount of the bid credit submitted, of the base bid submitted. If you want to use your earned bid credits in conjunction with a bid, you will need to attach a bid credit certificate created specifically for that bid. Please note that the bid credit certificate issued by Illinois Works will identify the total number of bid credits that you want to use for a specific project, and that your bid credits will be used to lower your base bid to help you outbid the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use any bid credits by at least $1. The awarding agencies will only apply the amount of bid credits necessary for you to outbid the lowest responsible and qualified bidder by at least $1. The contractor with the lowest effective bid should be offered the bid unless other circumstances prevent it, allowing the opportunity to accept the contract at the bid amount that was submitted by the lowest qualified and responsible bidder who did not use bid credits. If the awarding agency receives multiple bids from contractors who submit bid credit certificates, the contractor with the lowest effective bid will be selected as the prevailing bidder and will have the opportunity to accept the contract at the lowest base bid. If the awarding agency determines that two bidders have the same adjusted base value, all pre-existing selection criteria will apply to select the winning bidder, and the awarding agency will use their own pre-approved rules to determine the bid winner. Please note that the use of bid credits will not be treated as a procurement preference pursuant to the Illinois Procurement Code unless otherwise noted in the invitation for bid. All applicable procurement pre-qualifications shall apply. So let's look at another example. A state-funded capital project with an estimated total project cost of $1.5 million will have a 3% bid credit maximum or a $45,000 bid credit maximum. If this project has three bidders, ABC, DEF, and GHI, these contractors bid the following. ABC will bid $1.5 million total bid with $45,000 worth of bid credits for a lowest effective bid of $1,455,000. DEF will bid $1.5 million worth total bid and 0 bid credits for a lowest effective bid of $1.5 million. GHI will bid $1.5 million total bid with $37,000 worth of bid credits for a lowest effective bid of $1,463,000. In this setting, all bids have the same total base bid. DEF will not be considered as they did not have any bid credits in their bid amount. Both ABC and GHI have the same base bid amount of $1.5 million, but ABC should be the awarded bidder as they have the lowest effective bid and the highest amount of bid credits. ABC will need to use enough bid credits to outbid GHI by $1, so they will need to bid $1,462,999. So ABC will need to use $37,001 worth of bid credits, and the remaining balance of their $445,000 worth of bid credits will be returned, or $7,999. If they choose to not accept the bid, then all of their bid credits will be returned. If they choose to accept the bid, then their $37,001 will be cashed out and their $7,099 will be returned as access. The bid credits that GHI, the bid credits that ABC, the bid credits that GHI leveraged will be returned as they did not win, so they were no loss for leveraging their bid credits. You cannot lose bid credits that you leverage to win. The Illinois Works will request that both the awarding agency and the contractors provide an update on what transpired with the bid for the bid credits that were submitted so that they can get an accurate of what was won, what was lost, what was accessed, so that these bid credits can be properly returned for the access and the usage. The winning contractors and subcontractors will have the bid awarded, and they will have their bids again cashed out of their bank so they cannot be used again. The contractor that will lost will have theirs returned to their bank so they can use them again for the future. I know this is kind of a complicated example. Do we have any questions before we proceed to the next example? or to the next section? If so, can you post those into the chat?
No questions in the chat.
Okay. Question 7. How can you network with other contractors or subcontractors? Networking is the act of making connections to build relationships based on mutual outcomes. Networking with other contractors or subcontractors can help you leverage the relationship by combining or pooling bid credits. Multiple bid credit certificates can be combined in a bid for a project. As a general contractor, you must submit $5,000 of your own bid credits to combine your bid credits with other contractors or subcontractors. If combining with others, each contractor or subcontractor must request their own certificate for the bid from Illinois Works. If you submit a bid credit certificate for a subcontractor on a bid, you must use that subcontractor on the project if you win the bid. If a subcontractor decides not to participate in a project after the bid is submitted and won, they cannot get their bid credits back. Illinois Works will deduct their account and will debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid. In the event that a contractor is disqualified by the awarding agency after the bid is awarded, during due diligence review, the credits contributed by the disqualified contractor will not be returned, and Illinois Works will debit their account and deduct the amount of bid credits used to win the bid. Example, who will win the bid? A state-funded capital construction project with an estimated total project cost of $1.5 million will again have a 3% bid credit maximum, or $45,000. This project will have 3 bidders: ABC, who will subcontract with XYZ, DEF, who will subcontract with who will not have any subcontractors, and GHI, who will subcontract with UVW. These subcontractors and subcontractors will bid the following. ABC with XYZ will bid $1.5 million total bid at $5,000 bid credits from ABC and $40,000 bid credits from XYZ, for a total of $45,000 worth of bid credits, for a low effective bid of $1,455,000. DEF, whose bid again will be $1.5 million solo, and GHI, who will subcontractor with UVW, who will bid $1.5 million total bid, $15,000 worth of bid credits from GHI, and $12,000 worth from UVW, for a total of $37,000 worth of bid credits, for a lowest effective bid of $1,463,000 worth of cash. So we have the same scenario as we had before. Same situation. ABC XYZ will be the low bidder again. ABC will have to use XYZ as they have the lowest bid. They will use the same amount of bid credits. The only change in the situation here is that the bid credit usage will be returned prorationally, because ABC and XYZ each put in a different amount. So of the bid credits, the $45,000 that were put in, what is used and what is returned as access will be used and returned prorationally. So ABC will use basically 11% of what's needed, and so of the $5,000, they're using 11% of what's needed, and XYZ is using 88%, and the rest will be returned to them. So it gets a little the math gets a little bit hairy, but they'll be what is submitted and will be returned in the same way for GHI and UVW, since they were the losing bidders. What they each submitted will be returned to them how they were submitted. So GHI will be the $15,000 will be returned to them. The GHI their $12,000 will be returned to them, so they will be able to use them again. So same situation. They're the winning contractor and subcontractors will be, to which the bid was awarded, will have their bids credits cashed out of their bank by Illinois Works, so they cannot be used again. The contractors and subcontractors which lost the bid will have their bid credits returned to their bid credit bank, so they can be used again in the future. Contractors and subcontractors can pool their bid credits together with other contractors or subcontractors. If the contractor or subcontractor who owns them consents for the bid credits to be used for which a bid in which they participate. Bid credits cannot be bought, sold, or gifted to another contractor or subcontractor, and they can only be transferred to another entity through a merger or acquisition. Is there any questions before we proceed to the next section? If so, please post those in the chat.
No questions in the chat.
Okay. We will proceed then to question 8. What happens if you win or lose the bid? You cannot lose your bids credits by leveraging them on a capital construction project. You can lose them if Illinois Works finds that your bid credits were earned fraudulently. So please note, if it is found that a contractor or subcontractor has reported falsified records to the department in order to fraudulently obtain bid credits, that the department may bar the contractor from participating in the Illinois Works bid credit program, or that if you knowingly submit a falsified bid credit certificate to win a bid, that you may be suspended from participating in the bid credit program and forfeit your bid credits. That if you falsify or claim payments for if you false or fraudulent claim for payments related to false bid credits, that you may be subject to damages or penalties under applicable law. That through the bid credits cannot be lost unless Illinois Works determines that they were earned fraudulently, and they would do, however, expire after 10 years and can, after they are earned by the contractor or subcontractor, and that expired bid credits will be debited from your bank account. Bid credits ultimately accepted by the awarding agency to win a bid will be subtracted from your Illinois Works bid credit bank. Bid credits will be frozen in the subcontractor or contractor's account when they request a bid credit certificate to bid for a project. Any excess bid credits that were not used by the awarding agency to award the project will be returned to your bank account. In the event that a bid contains multiple bid credit certificates, excess bid credits will be calculated and ultimately returned to the parties that submitted the bid credit certificates in the manner prorationally to the original contribution of each party. Bid credits that were sequestered or frozen in an account will be unfrozen if they are not used by the awarding agency because the contractor or subcontractor did not win the bid, or won it but declined to accept it. If the contractor or subcontractor withdraws its bid with the awarding agency, or if the bid credit certificate expires. For both 1 and 2, the contractor or subcontractor and the awarding agency are required to report to Illinois Works the bid outcome for the submitted bid credit certificate and the amount of bid credits used and or returned. Please note that bid credit certificates will expire 90 days after their issuance, and the credits will be returned to the contractor or subcontractor's bank account unless they request an extension for the certificate. Do we have any questions on this section before we proceed? If so, please post those in the chat.
None so far.
Okay. Question 9. Is this another crazy bureaucratic program? I can see how some might ask this question, as many federal and state programs come and go, and they are generally hard to use and navigate. Illinois Works is not another unstable bureaucratic program. It is a state law supported by the Illinois legislature and implemented by the Office of Illinois Works at the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. It is well defined and has design specifically streamlined after hearing the feedback of over 600 contractors from all over the state. This program has effective and efficient processes, procedures, technological tools, communication tools, and staff. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program is fully operational and is well funded by DCEO. It is fully supported of the administration both at DCEO and the governor's office, and this program is here to stay. It is a unique and innovative program that is fully expected to be a leader nationally. Do we have any questions before we proceed to the next section? If so, please post those in the chat.
None in the chat.
What's the catch? There is no catch. You must hire and retain an Illinois Works graduate that is enrolled in the Department of Labor Registered Apprenticeship Program. If the graduate is not currently enrolled in a DOL RAP, as a contractor or a subcontractor, you can sponsor them, or you can even request them through us through our career services team. We will discuss more about the career services team in just a second. So let us review each of the 3 key programs. The Illinois Works Apprenticeship Initiative creates the job demand. This program opens the doors of opportunity in the construction industry and the building of trades for Illinois residents. The Illinois Works Pre-Apprenticeship Program creates the pipeline of diversity and qualified candidates to respond to the created demand to fill job opportunities with diverse candidates. The Illinois Works Bid Credit Program creates the incentives to hire and retain Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship graduates. All of these programs together focus on helping communities and supporting the construction trades and the building trades. Ultimately, Illinois Works connects the community members who graduate with construction and the building trades through the Illinois Works Career Services team. As of December 2023, the Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship programs have graduated 1,500 participants. Hundreds of these graduates are still looking for an opportunity to start a career in the construction and building trades. These graduates are trained and ready, willing and able to begin working on job sites across the state of Illinois. How to get connected to the Illinois Works graduates. Illinois Works recently launched the Career Services team designed specifically to build relationships with Department of Labor registered apprenticeship programs, directly connecting employers and graduates through job matching, and provide long-term transition support to graduates. The main goal of Illinois Works is to increase the number of Illinois Works pre-apprenticeship graduates gaining employment and entry into the DOL RAPs of their choices. By achieving this goal, this team directly supports the goal of connecting contractors to a highly qualified talent pipeline, which allows them to earn bid credits to be used on future capital projects funded by the state of Illinois. How can you get connected to an Illinois Works graduate? The Illinois Works Career Services team facilitates job matching. This highly effective team works hard to ensure a seamless and effective process. As a contractor, all you would need to do is submit a job order through Illinois Works. The employer form Let me start over there. As a contractor, all you would need to do is submit a job order through the Illinois Works employer form and specify your employment needs, Specifications may include, but not be limited to, the graduate's availability to work in a particular location, the certificates you request, the career interests, and the qualifications you require. This user-friendly form allows the Illinois Works Career Services team to send you a list of Illinois Works graduates that match your job requirements. You can access the Illinois Works employer form using the link provided for you in the chat now. The job order form is now used by contractors to provide follow-up information about the graduates that might have screened or hired from the list you receive. Let us review the job matching process. Contractors submit job orders electronically to the Career Services team. The Career Services team then sends an electronic link to graduates to identify ready and able graduates. Graduates apply for the job or jobs within 72 hours using the provided link and submit their updated resume and contact information. The Career Services team screens the applicants, and all those that meet the contractor's requirements are forwarded to the contractor for their review and consideration. If only a small number of applicants or no applicants are received within the 72 hours, Illinois Works will generate a list of available graduates from its graduate database. The Illinois Works asks the contractor to update the outcome for candidates sent to them. If you are interested in connecting with the Career Services team, please contact Mr. Victor Costello. His email address is being provided for you in the chat now. Once again, here is the link for you to join the Bid Credit program. It will only take you 5 minutes to fill out the form, and for those of you interested in joining, let us open the link and fill out the form together. If so, please feel free to post your questions in the chat as you complete the form.
Becky, there's another question. Somebody's asking for clarification about when you use your bid credits, will you get paid for those bid credits? How does that work? Are they reducing the amount that they will get paid by using bid credits?
So no. So basically, when your bid credits are giving you an opportunity to accept a bid they're giving you an opportunity to accept a bid that you wouldn't have an opportunity to accept before. So you're getting an opportunity to accept it a bid at the dollar amount that someone else submitted. So in the example, if you bid $1 million and someone else bid $990, you're getting the opportunity to accept the job at $990 because you submitted $15,000 worth of bid credits, making your bid amount, the low effective bid of your amount, $985. So you're getting the opportunity to accept it at $990, even though your bid amount was $1 million. So you have to then make a business decision at that time to say, I can accept it at $990, even though I bid $1 million. So it's giving you the opportunity to accept it even though you wouldn't have had the chance to accept it before. And again, then that was the business decision on your part to say, yes, I can accept it at that price, or no, I cannot.
We have another question in the chat. Is there a maximum number of bids you can use the bid credits on? Can the bid credits be used on all bids?
They can be used on any capital project, but you can only use when you have your bid credits out for a bid on a bid. When you have them, when you have a bid credit certificate out, they're automatically come out of your bank account until that bid is awarded. So you can only have out what you have in your bank account, if that makes sense. You can only have out as many as you have in your bank account at one time.
No more questions in the chat.
And there is a maximum percentage amount that can be used per bid too.
All right, Becky. Well, thank you so much for covering off all those questions and being available to the questions in chat as well. Appreciate it. Now, everyone, we want to hear from you. We've been doing a lot of talking, and it's your chance to kind of tell us how we did. As a team, we're always interested in feedback and improving. And so your opinion really counts and matters to us. We use a tool called Mentimeter, and you can access it. We'd encourage you to. You can do it on your phone or on your desktop that you're joining this webinar from. Go to www.menti.com, and then it's going to ask you for a code. And the code you should enter is 87684486. When you enter that code, it's going to take you to a presentation. I'm going to go there in just a minute, and we're going to ask you a few questions so that we can collect your feedback and continuously improve. Again, your opinion really matters to us, and we're always looking for ways to improve. Becky, I know, would love the feedback, and we would too, is how we can make this next session we do. As you heard, we're going to be doing more and more training on this as it continues to roll out, and your feedback will help us shape future sessions. So thank you for doing this. So please go ahead and jump out there now, and you'll have a chance, you'll see, to give us some feedback. Again, enter the code 87684486 at menti.com. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the first polling question. So please share your views on this training by rating the following statements from 1 is the lowest to 10 is the highest. Okay, so you got a chance. What you do is you go in there and you select from 1 to 10 how you would respond to each of these questions. So I'm going to give you just a minute for everybody to jump out there. We have, I know, 15 of you still online. We'd love to get your feedback. So it takes just a minute. Again, logging into menti.com, use that code, and then respond to these questions. And we always want to get as much feedback as we can. So please, please do this for us. Looks like we're waiting for people to join. All right. Still waiting here before we move on to the next question. All right, there we go. We're getting some answers in now. Appreciate that. Give it just another minute here. It's always a delay in these, and I know that we're using technology here. So I'm going to move on now to the next question. The course was relevant to what I wanted to learn about this subject matter. So you have a chance to choose from first, strongly disagree, down to fifth, strongly agree. You'll have those orders there, but we'd love to get, did the course was relevant to what I wanted to learn about this subject matter? All right, and getting a response in, you can see. So far, we just got the one. Would love to get more feedback. You can still join in, please do, and answer these questions. It helps us out. All right, going to move on to the next question. I plan to apply what I learned. So are you going to do take this information and put it to use? Is it helpful to help you apply what you've learned? So again, you have a chance to choose between strongly agree to strongly disagree. And again, love to hear how you would rate it. Right, getting a somewhat Agree. Again, love to get more people joining in. Love to get your feedback. Next question up. What improvements might you recommend? So what would you change? How could we make this better for you and for your peers, for your fellow contractors? What could we do? If you would give us that feedback, would help us immensely. And in this one, you have a chance just to type in free text. Again, love you to get all the comments into this. We take this very seriously and do look at how we can continuously improve. So, um, love to hear how you can. If you don't have any recommendations, you could always just type none or NA, and that lets me know that you gave it some consideration. All right, and I am going to move on. What did you find effective? If we make changes, what would you recommend we keep? So, out of all of the information that Becky covered for us today, what would you recommend we keep in this program for future sessions? And again, you can go out there now and respond to this. All right, give it just another minute here, and I'm going to proceed
Jeff,
to
I will tell you that one of the people let me know privately that Mentimeter is not working on their end. It won't move to the next slides. So it may be
Oh,
that this lack of response has to do more with a glitch in Mentimeter.
well, that's good to know. So, and also bad to hear, right? Thank you, Anna, for that, letting me know. Well, we won't. A Mentimeter must be down, or there must be a glitch with Mentimeter at this point in time. So, what I don't want to lose is your feedback. Would you please give us your thoughts to, again, what would you recommend we change? What would you recommend we keep? If you go into chat and just post those in there, we'll be sure to mine this information and put it into our notes as well. So, we really do want your feedback and would love to hear that now. So give you just a minute. If you tried to get into Mentimeter and can't, please do uh, go into chat right now and share with us what you think about this session and any general thoughts. That'll help us out. Again, we just want to say thank you for your engagement in this session. Thank you for all the questions. It really helps us out. And we look forward to continuing to partner with you and wish you all a great day. Thank you. And that concludes our session.
We do have another question, Becky, if you can answer that before we get off.
Okay.
All right, this person is asking, can you confirm if we bid 1 million and use 15,000 in bid credits to be the low bidder, will our contract be our contract will be for our $1 million bid and $15,000 will be deducted from the associated bid credit account?
Your contract will be for whatever the lowest cash bid was received for the bid by all bidders. So not necessarily $1 million. It'll be whatever the lowest cash bid that was received for the bid in total. And same with the bid credits. You'll need to use enough bid credits to outbid the lowest bidder by $1. So there's not really a definite answer to that question.
And there are no more questions. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Thank you, Jeff and Anna.